Okay, so you sent over these articles about Chinese hackers,
Mhm.
and
Mm.
it's pretty alarming stuff.
Yeah,
They're targeting U.S. telecom companies this time.
big time.
So we're diving deep into this whole world of digital espionage today,
Mhm.
and specifically what these Chinese hackers are doing to these companies.
Yeah, and these aren't just, any run-of-the-mill hackers.
Right.
The articles you sent over, they focus on this group
Yeah.
called Salt Typhoon.
Yet Salt Typhoon.
And they're like top tier in the cyber espionage game.
Okay, so what makes them so dangerous? What makes them so good at this?
Well, cybersecurity experts say they use super advanced stuff like
Mm.
zero-day exploits.
Okay.
You familiar with those?
Explain it to me like I'm 5.
Okay, so a zero-day exploit is basically like a vulnerability in a software, a system
Okay.
that nobody knows about yet.
Right.
Not even the company that made it.
Okay.
So it's like a secret backdoor that only the hackers know about.
Wow.
And they exploit that to get in.
Wow.
And they also use custom-made malware
Mhm.
that's like really hard to even detect.
So it's very stealthy,
Oh, totally.
very sophisticated.
Very much so. And that's what makes them so dangerous, They're like ghosts in the machine.
So they're ghosts. They're using these exploits, this malware, and they're targeting companies like AT&T, Verizon, Lumen.
Right.
These are big players.
Huge.
So what makes them so valuable to spies?
Well, think about it. Telecom companies, they have everything. They've got call records.
It's true.
They've got user information, right? They know where you are, who you're talking to. They might even have access to wiretap requests.
It's a gold mine.
It's a gold mine of information. So if you're looking to gather intelligence, especially on people of interest
Right?
or sensitive investigations, those companies are the holy grail.
Yeah, that's a lot of sensitive data, and I can see why this would be particularly concerning given what's going on right now with all these investigations into the Chinese government.
Oh, absolutely. You've got the U.S. looking into the alleged harassment of Chinese dissidents right here on U.S. soil.
Right.
And then there's, the whole corporate espionage angle.
Yeah.
Companies allegedly backed by the Chinese government trying to steal intellectual property from U.S. firms.
Yeah.
This data breach, it could be huge for them. I mean, it could expose how the U.S. gathers intelligence. It could even compromise the people involved in those investigations.
Right, so we've got this highly skilled hacking group.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're backed by a state.
Potentially.
We've got them infiltrating companies with incredibly sensitive data.
Yeah.
What does this mean for everyday people, though? This feels bigger than just like, oh, national security.
It is bigger than that. This is about your data, your privacy.
Right.
Imagine them having your telecom data. They could build a whole profile on you.
That's scary.
It's a scary thought, right? Who knows who they might target? It could be someone who speaks out against the Chinese government.
Right.
Or it could just be someone who's in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Right.
It's unsettling, to say the least.
It's a chilling thought, and, we'd like to think this is just a one-off, right? But the stuff you sent, it really highlights a pattern of Chinese hacking.
Yeah, and it's not just telecoms. There have been reports, allegations of Chinese government hackers in other areas too, like
Yeah, like what else are they hitting?
transportation, communication networks.
Really?
Yeah.
Critical infrastructure.
Critical infrastructure, exactly.
Wow.
And then there's the whole Taiwan issue.
Right.
Experts are saying these hacking activities, they could be part of a strategy, right? To
Yeah.
disrupt any U.S. response if things escalate over there.
So it's like they're softening us up potentially.
Potentially, yeah. It's like a digital prelude to something bigger, maybe. It's hard to say for sure, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on.
Right.
Definitely.
And this all just makes what the FBI director said even more alarming. He said there are way more Chinese government hackers than U.S. hackers. Like, way more.
Yeah, I've heard that. It's like a 50-to-1 ratio or something crazy like that.
50 to 1. So it's like a David and Goliath situation, except David is outgunned 50 times over, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It really highlights this imbalance in the digital arms race that's going on.
Yeah.
It feels like the U.S. is always playing catch up,
So where does that leave us? That's my final question.
Yeah.
If they're already in these vital networks, what does the future hold? Especially if, say, something does happen with Taiwan.
Man, that's the million-dollar question, right? It's a new era of warfare. It's digital. The stakes are incredibly high. It's really anyone's guess what happens next, but it's definitely something we all need to be aware of and concerned about.
It's a scary world out there.
It is. It is. We've got to be vigilant.
Well, on that happy note, great to chat as always.
Yeah, good talking to you too. Stay safe out there.